The second thing I think we see in Colossians 3 is he says, put to death and put on. And I love the phrasing that he uses there, because it's really the discipline of choices. Like we have the ability to make the choices, but it is a discipline to choose the right thing consistently. And so we have to develop this discipline, because it doesn't come natural to us. And so I think Paul is challenging us to actively put to death old patterns. There's these old patterns that exist, and then what Paul is calling us to is to put to death old patterns, and then to put on something new that's better. And so he says, put on compassion, kindness, humility, patience, forgiveness, and above all, love. And so he's calling us to really develop a discipline, because every day we get to choose, right? Like every day you get to choose. I can drive to work and just be frustrated by everybody on the road, or I can just drive to work and realize that, man, somebody must be having a bad day. But I'm not going to allow that person's behavior to affect my mood today. Again, that's choice. Just anger was like first thing, and it was like first emotional response, rather than like, hey, help me understand why that decision was made. Hey, help me figure out, like, why did you do that? Or why did you say it that way to your mom? And so it was like initial reaction, and I had to realize, like, man, I've got this little bit of an old me. I've got an old pattern that I have to figure out how to break. They were created because of intentional practices in your own life. So in order to break old habits, you have to then start new habits. You have to start something to replace it. So these daily choices repeated over time, they'll form new character.